organic products in this country. This is quite a fast-growing market of organic products in this country. This is quite a fast-growing market right now, even though the political conditions are difficult. Organic farming has many opportunities because there's a lot of arable land available. Does organic made in Russia have a future? We will definitely take a closer look. My colleague Markus Arbenz introduces the other guests.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this session, Organic in Russia, Status Quo and Where Does the Development Go? My name is Markus Arbenz. I'm a consultant and I'm part of EasyCert, part of Ceres, including in Russia. And I'm quite excited actually to moderate this session, to go with you through and to welcome actually our three participants, our three speakers. First of all, we have Ilya Kalektin, we have Stefan, and we have Bernhard Geyer. Now, those three speakers, they will afterwards introduce themselves. But for the time being, let me express a few thoughts about Russia. We have many news about Russia every day. News which are rarely covering organic agriculture, and news which are of all kinds, mostly political kinds, but we never realize actually the opportunities of organic in Russia, and we never realize actually the development. I had a quick look at the statistics and I realized there are 15 members of iFarm Organics International. 15 members is quite substantial. I realized there are 675,000 hectares, which is unfortunately only 0.3% of organic agriculture land. But mostly what is interesting, we have a very steep growth. From 1 year ago to now, we had 11%, so a double-digit growth. If we look at 10 years ago, it increased from 40 to 675,000. That means more than 1,000% of growth. So something is going on in Russia, maybe out of the spotlight, out of our attention, but we would like next hour have a look behind that. We would like to see from the perspective of the movement, what kind of institutions are there, who is there, who are the actors. We would like to see it from the markets. We would like to see it from production, but we would like also to see the consumption side. All this is actually very important, very interesting, exciting information that we can share with you. So welcome. And let me give the floor first to Ilya Kalektin. Ilya is from the Organic National Organic Association or Union in Russia. So you are actually uniting the movement. You are actually having a big overview. And I'm quite excited actually to hear what you have to tell us in the coming 10 minutes. Ilya, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Markus. I would like first to point some outline of the history of organic farming in Russia. The beginning of Russian farming in Russia certainly also lie in the substances farming with which Russian families have provided for themselves on their dachas. Usually we have some land, and so people even from cities working there to grow some potatoes, some vegetables for themselves. In the mid-90s, various projects were added to this, some of which were even biodynamics, but not officially certified for that time. At the beginning of 2000, the private inspection body Ecocontrol became active in Russia, but it was never recognized by the European Union because they didn't ask for that actually. But they were checking according to EU organic regulations. During this time, in early 2000s, various European inspections bodies in Russia were also commissioned, which mainly certified arable farming and some wild collection projects according to EU organic regulation. I'm proud that first still existing company with a valid EU organic certification is the company which I found the name of is Biosphere, which located in small Republic of Mordovia, 600 kilometers to east from Moscow. We received our first certificate in 2009. Since a large part of the agricultural land in Russia was left follow, the conversion period could be shortened by presenting the necessary documents. At the beginning of the development of organic farming, almost all EU certified organic products such as cereals and wild collection products were exported. Processed organic food, on the other hand, was imported and consumed by the wealthier classes. A change is evident in the Russian consumer. The demand for organic products is increasing, and organic has gone from being a luxury good to a consumer good. Since Russians often have doubts about the correctness of Russian organic products, and yet there is a desire for regional food, the establishment of the Russian organic standard could help. What is special about Russian organic producers is that this group is very small compared to the size of the country. And they are not very well connected with each other so far. In Russia, most farms have completely different history from those in Germany, for example. Many organic farmers in Russia have usually had a different career. They then put the money they earned into the organic farming and became farmers or agricultural entrepreneurs. As the density of farms is very low, the farms are far apart from each other and they are not inherited. There is a lack of knowledge passed on within the family and of technical discussions between colleagues. But definitely some changes is going on with that, and we are now cooperating with each other and processing goods from different parts of Russia, making final processed products. Some words about current status of the National Organic Standard and the implementation of state control with implications for marketing. In July 2018, the State Duma our parliament, adopted the law on organic food. It was approved by the Federation Council and signed by President of Russia on the 3rd of August 2018. It entered into force on the 1st of January 2020, so not so long time ago. 4 more regulations have been adopted to implement the law. That's for organic food terms and definition, production of ecological products, procedure for voluntary certification, and products for organic farming, rules for production, processing, labeling, and sale. Thus, the Russian Federation has created a foundation which is based on the rules of European legislation. Actually, our standards are the translation of the European standards of organic farming. The farms which have successfully completed their control procedure will be published on the website of the Russian Ministry of Agriculture. Processing plants can label their products with QR code. This code can be scanned by the consumer and is then entered in the Central Register of Certified Companies. The register can be accessed by the address which we will then put on your website or some other ways. To identify Russian organic products as such, the logo will also have our logo of National Organic Standards. In the meantime, 10 private inspection bodies have been approved for certification according to Russian standards and also accredited by ROS accreditation. The Russian standard is still in its early stages and needs further elaboration. On the one hand, the reliable certification system should be established by creating a state monitoring system. On the other hand, organic producers should receive state support, not only financially, but also by promoting infrastructure, transparency, and acceptance, both among Russian consumers and on the international market. The Russian standard is in the process of being accepted into IFOAM family of eco standards. Some words about state support. Apart from the fact that the law on organic farming came into force on 1st January 2020, there is currently no nationwide state support. There are, however, areas such as Yaroslav region, Tomsk region, Republic of Mordovia, and the Voronezh region, where organic farming is supported regionally. Even though there are no official reliable statistics on organic farming areas in Russia, it can be said that Russian organic farming has grown in recent years. According to some sources, the area of land used for agriculture has increased by 26% to 600,000 hectares in 2 years. That's data from 2019. This puts the Russian Federation in 8th place in terms of global organic area increase. However, according to our National Organic Union of Russia, this certified agricultural area in Russia was only 390,000 hectares in 2011 and 18 and 19. The difference between those two figures can presumably be explained by exclusively NOP certified large farms that farm away from the general organic sector. NOP areas are taken into account in FIBL statistics. There are an estimated that's 135 by now organic farms in Russia, farms and processors. If agriculture area of 600,000 hectares is divided by the number of holdings, it can be assumed that an average about 6,000 hectares is farmed for one enterprise, which is actually funny, but it's exactly the number of land which we have in our biosphere company. However, it is not possible to give any indication on this range. In addition, 134,000 hectares of ecological wild collection is being operated in Russia. Siberian pine nuts are worth mentioned here. They are used for consumption in natural cosmetics. Mushrooms, berries, and wild herbs are also collected from wild collection. Some words about current development in EU organic food processing. 26 processors by now are active in the production of organic food. HIP, as a baby food producer, still plays an important part here. Wild collection producers are often processed or preserved, for example, dried, shock frozen, in the case of cedar nuts, peeled, ground or the oil. Some cereal producers process their grain into flakes, like our biosphere, for example. Barley and grist. Vodka distillation is another grain processing method that is very popular in Russia. Organic milk production and processing has increased due to the import embargoes on dairy products imposed in 2014. For example, in 2010, that's the history though, the dairy processing of the Spartak farm was the only one certified according to EU organic regulations. In the meantime, the largest raw milk producer and processor, Niva, Stefan Dürr, has also set up an organic line for producing drinking milk and yogurt. Further farms with on-farm milk processing have been established in some regions of Russia. Current development of organic agriculture production and processing according to the Russian standards. In addition to the above-mentioned farms, which are certified according to NLP or EU organic standards, a total of approximately 28-30 other farms should be mentioned. Those farms are exclusively certified according to Russian standards. Among them are 9 vodka producers, 12 agricultural enterprises, 2 milk processors, and 4 beverage producers. That's probably enough for introduction, market and its development.
Very good, Ilya. Very good. Thank you very much for all this. I mean, it was quite a bulk of information, but very concentrated. You know, we could see how Russia actually developed very strongly in the last 3 years. We could show actually how it started from the dachas, very small, to these big farms, which came out. Very impressive actually to see that also the government, even so not really supporting much, but is also regulating and actually sees the potential there. And then for me also quite impressive